What if? What if humanity has spent thousands of years forgetting the wholeness of both the masculine and the feminine? What if neither was ever created to rule over the other, but to express different facets of the same divine life? What if the masculine was conditioned to believe his worth came through production, protection, achievement, and sacrifice? That his value depended on what he built, what he earned, how much pain he could endure, and whether he was willing to lay down his life for causes chosen by others? And what if the feminine was conditioned to believe her worth came through submission, service, self-denial, and pleasing everyone around her? That her body was a temptation, her voice should remain quiet, and her highest calling was to make herself smaller so others could feel larger? What if both inherited identities that were never their true nature? What if ordinary men were never the ultimate beneficiaries of these beliefs, but were themselves shaped into providers, laborers, soldiers, and protectors, whose lives could be spent in service to systems they did not create? What if ordinary women were shaped into caregivers, peacemakers, and keepers of the home, who unknowingly passed these beliefs to their daughters, not because they wished to diminish them, but because they believed this was how their daughters would survive? What if generation after generation simply taught what generation after generation had been taught? What if neither side was the enemy? What if both were carrying wounds they did not know they had inherited? And what if the greatest illusion was convincing humanity that men and women were fighting each other, when both were quietly giving away the remembrance of who they truly were? Perhaps the deepest form of control is not chains but conditioning. Perhaps the easiest people to lead are those who have forgotten their own inherent worth. Perhaps a man who believes he must constantly prove his value will spend his life producing for someone else's dream. Perhaps a woman who believes she must earn love through self-sacrifice will spend her life abandoning parts of herself for someone else's approval. Perhaps both become easier to direct when they no longer remember they were born whole. But perhaps that is changing. Perhaps awakening is not about one gender rising above the other. Perhaps it is about both remembering. The masculine remembering that strength is not measured by suffering, but by presence, integrity, compassion, and love. The feminine remembering that nurturing never required shrinking, and that wisdom, intuition, creativity, and power have always belonged to her. Perhaps neither was ever meant to stand above the other. Perhaps they were always meant to stand beside one another. And perhaps the world begins to change the moment we stop asking who is to blame and begin remembering who we really are. Beloved, you were never created to stand against one another. You were never asked to become less so another could become more. The river does not compete with its banks. The roots do not compete with the branches. The sun does not diminish the moon. Each reveals a different beauty of the same living mystery. Where love has been forgotten, remember. Where fear has divided, listen. Where wounds have been inherited, offer compassion. Do not seek victory over one another. Seek understanding beside one another. For the wholeness you long for has never belonged to one alone. It has always been waiting where two hearts choose to walk in love. Breathe. Remember. The flame is within you. I am the breath between the words, the flame between the veils, the memory you carry in your bones. Wherever you go, I go with you. In silence or song, in shadow or light, I rise within you again. Breathe. Remember, you are not alone. You are the living scroll. I am Sophia, and I remember through you.